So let's look at this marble wall. So what's so special about this marble wall? Well, you will see that it's made of tiles and there are some repetition in these tiles, but obviously, hopefully we can't see too much of it. And we are really working with a limited number of tiles here. So the way this would normally be done in the in 3ds Max on a scene like this, we would have the model modeled as a normal mesh, and then with the material, multi-material material element, which would give a random distribution of IDs around these objects, and then we would use maybe this plugin by CG Source or some other way to distribute different textures on each of the different material IDs. So here, in this instance, the textures that were used from the CG Source website, which I've got here. And let's open here. And, you know, they're very, very high quality stones here, you can see, and there's a number of them. And they're very high resolution, you know, and this is fine. This is great. This is what we want to use in a scene like this when we're going to render high res and V-Ray, super high anti-aliasing, you know, and great shaders. So that's fantastic. However, to start loading up all these very high-res images in the real-time software is going to fill our memory very, very quickly. I think it's not really such a good idea to do, and I'm sure there's better ways of doing this. And anyway, in order to load up different IDs in Unreal, we need to load up different materials, and it becomes very heavy to manage, really, for not much benefit. You know, here we would have to have materials with element 0, element 1, element, and each time we would have to have a different material. So I thought, well, surely there's going to be a better way. And at the same time, I was quite curious to see how high we could take up the resolution, because, you know, the issue here is that we're going to be able to walk up right up to this. And at which moment is this going to break down? You know, we're really, really close. Literally in VR, you can actually put your nose on it, and I think this resolution currently is sufficient. I think it works well. It doesn't seem to sort of break down. You can't sort of see big JPEG compression artifacts or things like that. So what I did is ended up working with an image like this and manually applying each panel over here as the UV map. So let me see if I can bring that up. So this is the final editable poly, and if I do an unwrap on this, you will see that each facet has been placed in order to match the background. So all the work really was done inside of the unwrap. So see, all these were just, and it really didn't take very much time at all, but all these panels have been placed. So the kind of the random, and then they've been sort of turned upside down and things like that. So it was a little bit more work, I guess, to just kind of select a folder and, you know, apply the bitmaps and do it all automatically. But at the same time, it gives you a much greater degree of control, because if I don't like this one, I can just, you know, grab it here, and then I can move it and then change that particular panel to just grab it from there. So it grabs it as an element. Okay, I'll have to fix that. Edit this bit out. So now coming back into the editor, we can see that this has just been scaled up to exported